Shut up and sit down.
And now we return to Gaskin and Healy's rather pointless quiz show.
In this round, you'll decide if someone's a properteen or a quarantine.
First up is Jackie from Storford Wotton.
Last Saturday, I met up with my mates in the park and we drank cider.
She's a proper teen.
Wrong answer, I'm afraid. The correct answer would have been quarantine. Jackie's a 37-year-old hairdresser.
She wanted to see her friends and let off some steam, but the pubs are shut. And she's been furloughed, so she was watching her spending.
Next up, we have Sadie from Bassico.
I got so much homework and I'm really struggling to get out of bed. My mum says I should set an alarm, but I really don't see the point.
I don't either anymore. She's a quarantine.
I see you're thinking a lot of people are working from home now, which is very close to homework. Let's see. Sadie is a proper teen.
She's 14 and hasn't been to school since mid-March and feels that there isn't a reason to get up.
Next up is Carly from South Ridingstanton.
My skin is super spotty. I've got loads on my chin and all down my back.
Me too. She's a quarantine.
She is indeed a quarantine. Carly is a 33-year-old actor who's staying up late drinking and binge eating.
She's then getting up late and is spending hours in her PJs, causing them to become a breeding ground for bacteria down her back. She's also super stressed out about the future, which is causing her to have severe stress spots.
So with Vicky 1 point ahead, we go into the final round.
For 5 points, is this mystery person a proper teen or a quarantine? When challenged about my behaviour, I react badly, lie, backtrack, or distract from the facts.
My best friend, who lives across the pond, is a very bad influence on me. Yet despite the concerns of those around me, I copy him and always do exactly what he tells me to do.
I never brush my hair.
I wear clothes that don't fit me properly.
I think I know it all.
But I never listen to those who actually do.
Who am I? Am I a proper teen or a quarantine? I think I know this one. Is it Donald Trump?
Oh, so close, but not quite. Jen, you get a chance to steal. It must be Bojo, and despite the evidence against it, he's a quarantine.
That's correct. It is indeed Boris Johnson. But it is a trick question. He isn't a quarantine, as it seems like none of the Tories are abiding by their own rules. But he isn't a proper teen either.
No, he is a massive man baby, but Jen will give you the points.
So Jen wins! Join us next week when we'll be playing Leader of the Country or Just a Cup.
Looks like we're stuck here, quarantined as fuck here, baby. Trying not to kill you, but there's so much annoying shit that you do. I say, pick up
felt. Let's not talk about farts or butts anymore. Yeah! 'Cause I'm only one.
2020's messed up. It's hard to see a half full cup. It's been full of grief and strife.
Suck the butt.
But if the world has turned to poo, I guess I'm lucky I've got you, and you stuck with me for life. I'll admit you're okay, even if you drive me fucking crazy.
Hi, I'm Julia and I'm a creative. I'm an artist and a writer, and I'm currently making 1K a day from copywriting. In my online workshop, I invite fellow creatives like you to see how I make 1K in a day so that you can too. Before you join me, make sure you print off your worksheets, which you'll need to discover all of the secrets that I'm going to share with you.
All right, it's me, Brent Wood. Lovely to see all of you out there. Basically, I, like all of you lot, whilst I've been on lockdown, have been watching a lot of television because I don't have any other discernible skills. So what I've decided is I got into that Tiger King and I loved it a lot. Really love Joe Exotic. Actually, in fact, I see a lot of myself in him. And basically, I've made some fan fiction. It's called Know Your Fault Worth. By me. This is probably back to front because that's how cameras work, innit? But strap in, it's story time. Brent Would, because I would anything, literally anything, even a misogynist tiger owner. So, going to be reading this out of Good Night Stories for Saucy Boys. I can read, thank you so much. It was the day of the talent show at Fort Worth Prison, Texas. Texas is in America, yeah, it's a state, like, they have loads of them. Not an estate, like, they're posh. And not that it is a state, which, you know, for some people say it is, but it's a state, alright? Prison warden Seth, in his infinite wisdom, had decided they would have a talent show to improve morale. And that would mean that prisoners and guards would be put in pairs together so they could show their talents. Oi, oi. Talent, talent, talent. They all tried not to be with old Vogel because they didn't know if they could handle it. This was because he was considered to just be too damn sexy, and they all wanted to remain married or not addicted to meth. Fair enough. So, it fell to young, impressionable Brent Would, who was the prison's work experience guard. He had to go there, right, because the beauty college in Chelmsford wouldn't take him. They'd seen him loitering around the ground, so... Today was their last rehearsal. They had decided on doing a duet of Texas's classic, Say What You Want. 20 seconds on the back time. This run through, as they were nearing the crescendo, Joe Exotic bared his claws. Brent Would purred in sweet submission. Purr, purr. He let Stripey Daddy tickle him and his soft underbelly. Oi, oi. He had, after all, applied some sardine oil in the hope that he may become the willing prey. Of course, it was entirely consensual, and people are into weird stuff, so don't kink shame, all right? I know what you get up to. Because I've been there with you. It's in the activity. Anyway. Just as their paws and tongues met, and they melted into a forbidden pool of passionate lovemaking, John Finley, that's his ex, by the way, with the wonky teeth and no t-shirt, walked in. He had it hard times trying to pay for his new veneers and had become a guard in the prison too. When the talent show had been announced, he had opted to be with a human trash can, Joe Lowe, who was finally in prison for being the worst human alive. Dun, dun. Even though he hated to admit it, he still loved Joe. I mean, we've all had an ex like that, haven't we? Mine was Brenda. She used to work in the local greasy spoon. Brenda, if you're watching, I still would, even though you smelt like chip grease. Anyway, he came over and climbed into the pile-o lovemaking that had now seeped into the cleaning closet for a little bit more privacy. It's illegal to be banging inmates, isn't it? Also, I feel like an abuse of power, but anyway, back to the story. As it reached its peak, Joe Exotic lost his lob on and loudly proclaimed, "That bitch Carol Baskin!" At which point Brent Would said, "I do understand that's your catchphrase and I get it, but I do find bitch to be a pejorative, so, you know, chill, get over it, maybe you'll get out of prison." Brent soothed his semi back into action with a song he had rewritten for Joe. I saw your butthole, and your butthole saw a man who was a willing participant and didn't require crack, meth, or big cats to love you. Upon hearing this wonderful ditty that Brent had penned especially for him, Joe's precarious eyebrow ring floated out of his skin and into the light, as it had long since died and was now laid to rest. As that beautiful moment passed, they all orgasmed as a trio. Meow! Meow! At the talent show, they proper did a good job. They won, and it wasn't just a few people, it was unanimous. Like, literally everyone was like, yeah, Hundy P, that's the best thing I've ever seen. And Her Majesty, Charlene Spiteri, even zoomed in to the prison to see this absolute masterpiece. Oh, that's dead beautiful, that is. Much better than the original. From that day on, there was only one feline Joe had eyes for, and that was Brent Wood Maldonado Passage. And they used to bum finger at any point they could, anywhere they could, and they didn't care who was watching. So, I hope you enjoyed that lovely bit of romantic fan fiction. Look after yourselves. Really, do look after yourselves. Doesn't matter how many times a day you do it, it's absolutely A-OK. Brent Wood, did, and has. Love you lots, you cool cats and kittens.
Now, Fotherington Smythe is one of the oldest and most prestigious law firms in the city, so I'm sure that you can imagine how competitive our future leadership scheme is. Congratulations for making it to the final 10, but I must warn you that we are only taking 2 candidates this year, so you really have to excel. Why are you singing that?
Oh, sorry, do you, put that in later?
Put what in?
The theme tune for The Apprentice, you know.
No, this isn't The Apprentice, so you don't need a theme tune.
Oh.
Right. Okay, let's start. What would you say your biggest weakness is?
Coat hangers.
Did you just say coat hangers?
Can't get my head around them, literally. I spent 3 days walking around with one on once.
I see. And what about your biggest strengths?
Oh, that's easy. I can blink without closing my eyes.
You can what?
Oh, no. Here we go. Oh, no. I'm going to get it this time. Here we go.
Let's come back to that, why don't we? What interests you about a role at Fotherington Smythe?
Oh, nothing. I'm not eating bread at the moment.
Right. Moving on. Now, why do you want to leave your current job?
My car... Oh, no. Whoops. Oh, I forgot about that. Again. Oh, yikes. 47 missed calls. Fernando does get annoyed when I don't turn up. In a job interview. I might be in later. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
You're sending that?
Oh, do you think that maybe I should have only put 2 kisses?
Yes, why not? Keep it professional. Final question. Fotherington Smythe has some very high-profile clients who are very used to getting their own way. Diplomacy is key. Can you give me an example of where you've used tact in your last job?
Oh, that's easy. I used tack to put my posters up on my wall.
Okay, interview done. Now, before we go, I can see that you've drawn a picture of a dog chasing a cat on your form where you're meant to put your name.
Oh, whoops, I am a silly sausage.
So, can you just confirm your full name?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm Sally. Sally Fotherington Smythe.
I thought it might be. Can you start on Monday?
I have wasted a disturbing amount of time in lockdown.
I've gained so many skills that are completely useless.
Oh, me too. Like how to remain deathly still so people on Zoom think I'm frozen.
Bet your boss is impressed. I learned how to correctly pronounce all foreign words that have been absorbed into the English language. Chorizo, tagliatelle, trousers.
Useful. I studied the grammar of the fictional Star Trek language Klingon.
You don't even like Star Trek?
I hate it.
You know Antiques Roadshow?
Mm-hmm.
I can now tell to which side every gentleman is dressed.
I deconstructed my electric toothbrush.
I reconstructed the breakup of my father's last marriage.
I taught myself to tut.
I created a vision board of all my past regrets.
I learned how to remain deathly still so that the mice come out.
I learnt how to knead bread dough with my massage pillow.
I memorized all the comments under a Dr. Pimple Popper YouTube video.
You know what? I actually got green-fingered.
You've taken up gardening. That's actually super useful. You utter piece of human trash.
And here she is. Sarah's finally found her house, her den. What does she have in store for us? We shall find out.
Independent, ready to rock and roll. London, you ain't ready. Oh my god, not really happy about having stairs. Hello. Ooh, solid. Hello. Apparently there's 3 people who live here as well. Just got to meet them. Hello. My name's Sarah Akabusi from Luton.
James Bumsies.
Just want to put it out there that I'm gonna have the biggest room, alright? I heard there's 3 of you that live here. Yeah, it's a bit weird, you know. You know what? I'm happy. I got my own place. You know, I'm starting from the bottom up. Gonna make sure that, you know, I shine in London, and make sure that I really need a job at the minute because I'm on the universal job credit. Thing is, I've only been employed in my personal training for about a year, so I don't know if I count for it. But I'm gonna be hustling, you know, have my little side thing to do. And then yeah, I've got to look to get a car as well because you know London's obviously big. I need to start driving around. I'm thinking of like a Fiat Punto, or a Fiat 500 or Bugatti.
So basically I'm swimming the channel for social distancing for pigeons because no one's looking out for the pigeons, and for all we know they're the ones what are spreading coronavirus.
I got my 5, 10 and 25 metre certificates. I got water skills level 1 and 2. I'd done the brick at the bottom of the pool in my pyjamas. I was on track to swim for England when I was 11. And then overnight got massive tits and heavy periods and it dashed my dreams. just heard that lockdown does include swimming the channel. He won't be able to swim the channel. Come on, you rock muncher. Push on, you rock muncher. That's it. Yes, you're pushing it. Oh, keep going, you little cock tosser. Come on, you little blowjob. Come on. Fucking hell, Fiona, fucking better push it. Push yourself. Put those arms out. Keep going, you little cunt. Come on. Go. Come on, you do not want to be a little wanker. Come on, you little cock bastard. You're so close, you're about to get to the finish line, just a couple more, that's it, keep going, oh my god, you're gonna do it, you've done it, yes!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, do you know, it's nice to be here. Beautiful sunny afternoon here in my garden. Do you know what? Jen and Vicky said to me, they said, how you feeling, Pete? And I said, I'm feeling a bit funny. So they said to me, well, get out there before it wears off, which I thought was nice. You know. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, I've put on a lot of weight since the last time I appeared. But the truth of the matter is, this is a very fat waistcoat. Now, I joined a golf club today. I had to, it was broken. And I thought this evening, shall I wear my tails? And I thought, no, I can't be bothered. Right now, oh, do you know what? I've not been well, do you know what? I've had a pain here all day. I have honestly, look, there it is, look. Have a look at that. I don't know, sometimes I don't think it's all really worth it. I really don't think I've got a handle on things. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why I'm shouting too much, but what I'd like to do now is a little bit of magic. Here is my magic wand. I got this from the Magic Circle. There's only 6 of us, but it's so secret I don't even know who the other 5 are. Now, you can tell it's a magic wand because there's a black bit and 2 end bits are white, and it separates the black bits from the white bits. Right now, I'm going to do a trick. There you go, look at that. It's stuck on. Sorry, sir? Thumb? Look at that. Look at that, it's my finger. I don't really know why I'm laughing. Now, what I'd like to do is a little bit of proper magic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this here retro whisper into a well-known piece of furniture. Now, I'm going to say a magic word, but I'll say it to myself, it's a very bad word. Here we go. Look at that, 3-piece suite. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to do a proper magic trick. If I can get this sweaty, sweet stuff all off. Now here is a regular pack of cards. I'm going to open them up. They're not for the first time, if I'm really honest with you, but nonetheless, they've not been used too much. Now, what I'm going to say to you is, I would like someone from the audience at random. Yes, sir, you, yeah, you, Mr. Random. Yeah. Now, what I would like you to do is to think of a card. Okay? Think of a card. 5 of clubs, don't tell me. Just think of a card. Right now, we've never met each other, have we? We've never met each other, have we now? Just whisper to your friend what the number is, so that later on we can tell him it's fair. Now, whisper it to him now. Go on. Good, right. Now, we haven't never met each other, have we, sir? No, okay, right. Now, shove the cup. Now, now, this duck, sir, will pick your chosen card from the pack. I don't know, I'm shouting so much. Now, many of you may have seen this duck. You may have seen this duck trick before, and you may have seen this duck pick the very thing. But to be fair, blindfolded. Okay, right, you ready, sir? Now watch closely. There it is. What was it? What was it? You don't... 5 of clubs. You don't want to change it. Was that the right card? That was the right card? Correct. Well, that completes the magic for this evening. Now, I'd like to finish with a story. During these closed down times, I've decided to take up a leisurely sport. Skin diving. I don't know if any of you have done. It's really, really good and much fun. So, it was about a year ago I first started skin diving. I was on a boat. I had flippers, I had goggles, and I had a wetsuit, and a tank on my back. And it was sort of going like that. Obviously not out the front, it was sort of going out the back, the flippers. And I don't know if you noticed, when you go into the water, you have to go off backwards. Because if you don't go off backwards, you'll muddy your mask, and it could kill you. So anyway, so I was all ready. I was very nervous. Anyway, so I hung onto the mask, I fell back in the water, and I drifted down 50 foot, 60 foot, 70 foot, 80 foot. And do you know what? It was so quiet. I started swimming like this. It could have been like that. No, it was like this. I was swimming along. I've got my notes here. See, I was swimming along. And do you know what? In the distance, I could see a man in grey flannel trousers, a blue jacket and a flat cap. I thought, that's strange for a Tuesday. Anyway, I carried on swimming, and I swam all the way up to him. And thanks to the technology these days, I've got one of those boards, magic boards, you can write underwater. And I wrote to him, what are you doing down here on a Tuesday with grey slacks, a blue jacket and a flat cap? And he took it, he rubbed it off, and he wrote, I'm drowning. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for having me. Have a great evening. Bye!
We're alive.
Welcome to
Fanny and Titty come on the internet.
Oh yeah, that's it, Fanny. You give yourself a good blowjob.
We've had another delivery.
Oh yes. Now one of our most successful videos was when we went cock tossing.
Yeah, it's proper clickbait it was. My late husband, God rest his soul, was a very enthusiastic cock tosser. He taught me everything I know about tossing cocks. And in our video, I taught Titty how to toss a cock.
It turns out I'm a natural at tossing cocks. And now I have a cock of my own. It's very small, but it does the trick.
My pussy, she's a proper cocktie, she is.
Oh, yeah, you've got to keep your pussy away from the cock, but it's hard, isn't it?
It is hard. Are you going to read the email? It is from a lovely lady called Anne Summers. Do we know her from the WI?
Oh, yeah, maybe. Here it is. Dear Fanny and Titty, I loved your video on cock tossing. It's lovely to see older ladies who know how to handle a cock. We're sending you a cock ring as a little treat for your cocks. We know your pussies will enjoy it as well. Please share your experiences on social media from Anne Summers.
Oh, lovely, Anne. Thank you. And here it is.
Oh, that's a lot bigger than I expected. How are you going to get it on?
I think it goes over the head.
Oh, give it a go then.
I've got my favourite cock here between my legs. There we go. Oh, it's on. Oh, he likes it. He's going mad. He's bobbing up and down. He stopped. He spurted all over me. Oh.
Oh, that was a bit quick, wasn't it? I'll tell you what. You wipe yourself down and I'll finish up. Thank you, Anne, and thank you to you all for watching us come on the internet.
Gonna stain, that is.
Millie, you okay? What's wrong?
Who do you think would win in a fight, Pingu or Jane Austen?
You rang me at 3 a.m. to ask me who would win a fight.
Pingu or Jane Austen?
I'm going to sleep.
Don't hang up, I really need to know what you think.
Fine. Hold on a sec. Who would win in a fight? Jane Austen or Pingu?
Jane Austen,
Right.
obviously.
Obviously. Could you hold? Jane Austen.
Why Jane Austen?
Well, it's obvious.
Elaborate.
Could you hold? Why would Jane Austen win in a fight? Be specific.
She's a human. She has the height advantage.
Right. Hold, please. She's human. Height advantage.
Do you think you could beat a penguin in a fight?
Why am I fighting a penguin?
Katie, will you just humour me?
Yes. Yes, I could beat a penguin in a fight.
Pingu is really sassy. He's got this feral anger within him. He's an agent of chaos.
Could you hold, please? Do you think you could beat a penguin in a fight?
A normal penguin, yeah, of course. Pingu, absolutely not.
Right.
He's an agent of chaos. Very sassy.
Hold, please. No, absolutely not. I couldn't beat Pingu in a fight.
If you don't think you could beat Pingu in a fight, then by your own same logic, you don't think you could beat Jane Austen in a fight.
Are you high?
No.
Hold, please. So you don't think you could beat Jane Austen in a fight?
Why am I fighting Jane Austen? I love Jane Austen.
Amy, could you please just humour me?
If I can't beat Pingu, then I can't beat Jane Austen, obviously.
Hold, please. I can't beat Jane Austen.
What makes Jane Austen so formidable?
Hold. She's gone insane.
Jane Austen?
Oh, shoot. She's gone insane.
Jane Austen? Listen, Katie, I'm tired. This is not rocket science. Jane Austen could annihilate both yourself and Pingu.
Right. Why?
Books? She'd throw books. Good night.
Jane Austen would win.
Right. Who do you think would win in a fight, Jane Austen or the Red Power Ranger?
Hi, I'm Anne.
And I'm Noye.
And together
We are really
annoying. For the past 3 months, we've been using Zoom to communicate. Or house party if you're really lame. And it's changed the way we speak to each other.
Going back to talking to people IRL in real life can feel really daunting. So we've come up with some handy hints to ease you back into RLC, real life communication.
It can feel scary not having to wait for the internet to catch up to reply. We found that having space to pause before you reply and having that extra moment to think has made our communication much more organic and authentic. Isn't that right, Annoying?
Yes.
So when we go back to RLC, we'll be using these. They act as a barrier between you and your friends, so you can have time to reply until you're feeling brave enough to be yourself.
Having a tiny version of yourself in the corner of the screen has been essential so that we can see what we look like while someone else is talking. And we've developed so many natural listening poses. Anne, are you listening? Obviously she is. I can tell by her face. To ease ourselves back into RLC, we'll be carrying these. To hold up and check your face until you don't need it anymore.
One of the most daunting prospects of RLC is having to wear clothes on your bottom half. Noying and I spend so long on our top halves, we just don't have time for the bottom. Am I right, Noying?
Totally. We're both naked from the waist down.
Apart from our pants, we're wearing pants, right?
Yeah, sure. We're wearing pants.
So, how to ease yourself back into talking in trousers? We'll be wearing these. Until you're ready to put them on again.
A lot of people, mainly ugly people, have been able to hide off screen while they talk. But RLC means that they won't be able to do this anymore. But don't worry, we have the answer. And you can sit in it until you're ready to be seen again.
We also recommend training for different weathers, which you might not be used to.
Heat.
Snow.
Wind.
Rain.
Before long, you'll be ready for RLC.
Real life communication.
Bye.
Bye.
So I have recently graduated from playing a succession of criminals' wives to portraying the wife of a detective sergeant in a long-running TV series. I was really excited about the change of role and the new opportunities it might bring, you know, and just tapping into that sort of more caring and supportive side, sharing in the stresses and successes of a dedicated crime fighter. It was a really big deal for me. So I got all the family round together so we could watch the first episode. Yeah, no, it turns out I'm still the same miserable cow with no tits that I've always played. I got that completely wrong. You mean the woman, she had trouble with her cat? Yeah, no, so what happened, right, was she came in to phone the RAC and she took her clothes off because she didn't want to get oil on our carpet, bless her. Anyway, she lay on the carpet because you know what it's like at these places, they take such an age to answer the phone. Anyway, she's lying on our carpet, right, and this spider comes out from under our skirting and it bit her. Yeah, in the bosom. Poor love. And so Johnny was just trying to suck the poison out. Oh. Hi, it's me again. I just saw something in the newspaper and, well, it was quite romantic, so it made me think of you. The headline was, I married my stalker. I know, right? I got thinking, you know, it could be us. But you keep calling the police. I mean, not that I'm angry or anything, because, actually I'm a very forgiving person. I think I'd probably forgive you anything. It's like that time, do you remember when I brought you breakfast in bed and you didn't even say thank you, just, how did you get into my house? So Saturday night, right? So I'm a couple of Baileys in when along comes Derek. Shit name, I know, but I can forgive him that because wait for it, right? Wait, Derek is a rugby player. I mean, fuck it, I'd probably shag a Norman if he was a rugby player and built like a brick shit house like Derek. It sort of properly works out too, you know. Like, so many stomach muscles, you could clomb them. So I did, twice. We shagged in the back of his Ford Fiesta. Yeah, okay, he has a full Fiesta, but it had 3 stripes down it. So technically that is a sports car.
Hi, I'm Sam Montgomery, and I'm investigating McDonald's. Not Mo Farah, just to get that clear. 33 sites have been opened in England, 6 in Dublin. People have been told to be patient as staff are overworked. Deal with it. Here we are in McDonald's. It's like a jungle. Look at it, chavs everywhere. Chav. What has the world come to? Look at this. What do you feel about McDonald's? Do you like McDonald's?
Have a good day, man. Let's go.
Right. Have fun, guys. Eat well, be safe. They tell me to get lost. Is it limited menu, madam?
Yes, limited menu.
It's a limited menu.
Yeah, no wraps, no legends, no milkshakes or frappes.
Should we sell them? Let's deal with it. Deal with it. Say it.
Deal with it.
Deal with it.
Oh, deal with it.
Well
please.
done. That's a hard worker there. Can I get a fist bump, bruv? I've been Sam Montgomery. It's bloody hot and I'm going home.
Do you dream of making 6 figures? You think to yourself, what's the quickest way of making 6 figures? I've made 6 figures, and I've made it my life's purpose to show you how you can make 6 figures too. I've helped thousands of people to make 6 figures. With the power of visualization and creativity, you can make 6 figures from home without even leaving your front door. Visualize 6 figures on your piece of paper. Fold up that paper and cut it up. You've just made 6 figures.
Do bananas go to banana heaven when they get too black to eat? When it's time to split, will its path be lit? Will it ever its maker meet? Does a strawberry jam mean that strawberry is damned? Do bruised peaches ever reach the true Messiah? Will they open the pearly gates once they've passed their sell-by dates? Or will St. Peter never pass a past papaya? Is there a place on high? Should an apple die when it's rotten to the core? Can it save its skin from original sin when it's knocking on heaven's door? When the higher power accepts the great gone sour, when the composted kumquat is by God's side, when the mouldy mandarins are finally granted wings, then only then will I be truly satisfied. If a rotten man can go, then can a rotten man go?
And on today's It's a Fix, we have the Pest Pricks team. Welcome, Pest Pricks. Please go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Ron English.
And I'm Rod English.
English! We're brothers. And we won.
Oh, we've been awarded.
Oh yeah, £108 million
from the government.
Winning.
Yeah, it's amazing. It is. Yeah, our company is worth like 18 grand, and we've only got a staff of 16, including Ron and I. So this is huge for us.
Now, back in March, a mate of ours said that the government were offering serious money for people helping them out. So we thought, sod it, and we called the call centre, and yeah, we won the contract.
Yeah. I think it's because our surname's English, and we're a proper British company. So we're on brand for them.
Now, as we clearly state on our Wix website, we deal with the distribution of amateur and professional rodent control products.
Yeah, that's right. And they're a bunch of amateurs, so they know that they won't be intimidated by us.
Yeah, and they know that we won't completely judge their ineptitude.
That's right, and we're used to working with rodents, so they know that they can be comfortable working with us.
So now we have to source loads and loads of PPE for the government.
Yeah, it's a funny story it is there. Yeah, because we thought that we'd be providing them with a PPI service. Yeah, that they would give us the money so that it looked like they were spending the money on what they should have been spending the money on, but actually we'd be keeping the money safe for them.
But it turns out we just need to source PPE. So we decided to research what that actually was.
Ron, yeah, he thought that it meant penis protector equipment or people's penis enlarger.
But don't worry, because we now know what it actually is.
Yeah, that's right. But, it's been a trouble, hasn't it? Because we were in a proper bind. Like the High Street, they'd run out. So we had to go over to our manager, Kev, because he's got like 6 contacts on LinkedIn.
The message is brilliant. I'm going to read it to you. Here we go. Yeah. Can anyone supply 10,000 boxes of vinyl gloves shipped or collected today? Please contact kev@pestpricks.co.uk. Must be in stock today. I will buy.
Good one, Kev.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, no, we ain't sourced all of it yet. But, the track and trace guys, they haven't done their thing yet. And the vaccination guys, they keep getting extensions. So, I think it's okay.
Turns out the government don't care. They've done the artwork already, giving us the moolah. English.
Thank you, Pest Pricks. And now for the question you've all been waiting for. Is it a fix? Phone lines are now open.
Shut up and sit down.